Good Friday afternoon, everyone. Quite an active weather week, and of course, a lot of outdoor activities coming up this weekend, first full weekend of May. So let's jump right into it as we are tracking still a very active pattern across the central U.S. that is likely going to bring us some more wet weather as we head into Saturday and possibly even into Sunday. The good news is I really think that we're probably done with the severe weather for the weekend, but unfortunately, some somewhat damp weather and potentially not only damp weather, but fairly cool weather here for the early part of May. A lot of thunderstorm activity this afternoon out across parts of central Tennessee, back in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. That is moving away from us. Going to turn your attention, there's a trough that's coming right down here, and you can see the little swirl in the atmosphere, area of low pressure right here. And what we are going to see is the jet stream ramp up right along that area of low pressure and cut off that area of low pressure from the jet stream, which means that it is going to be very slow moving and likely going to mean several days of wet weather here in our area. So let's kind of time some of that out here through the weekend. We'll pick this up as we head into Friday evening late, still some light showers hanging around. But then as we get into Saturday morning, potentially some very light rain on Saturday morning. Not expecting a complete washout by any means on Saturday, but don't be surprised if you wake up early in the morning and there are a few showers making their way through the area. We should see some dry time, especially through, say, the mid to late morning hours. And then as we start to see the heating of the day, when I say heating of the day, we're talking about just some sunshine heating down here at the ground level, maybe temperatures into the lower 60s, quite a bit of cloud cover around. But there you go. It doesn't take long. Right after noon, we start seeing some pop-up showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, bolts of lightning mixed in. So I won't be surprised with that. But again, no severe weather expected. Again, you can, of course, track this throughout the weekend, but even as we head into the afternoon, notice how hit and miss a lot of those showers and maybe even isolated thunderstorms are. We continue, though, to see this little swirl in the atmosphere. This area of low pressure is going to remain just off to our east. So we're on the cool side of the low. But there you go, into Sunday morning, potentially some more wet weather sticking around on Sunday. And I think once again, Sunday afternoon, we may see some more pop-up showers and thunderstorms as well. So what we call an omega block setting up here as we head into the weekend. I'll show you why we call it that real quick. You can see as we head into Friday, there's that area of low pressure I was talking about, say through Nebraska, Kansas, northwest Missouri. Look what happens as we head into Saturday. There it is, cutting itself off of the jet stream, which means the jet stream's way down here and then also way up here. And this thing's just kind of stuck in between. And that looks like that will continue into Sunday and possibly even into Monday, which means 2, 3, maybe 4 days of kind of cool, damp weather before this thing finally exits. Again, we call this an omega block. If you look closely here, you can see the other area of low pressure back towards the Four Corners area, the desert southwest. Jet stream kind of goes around there, goes way up, and then back down around the second cutoff low. And again, that's a somewhat not, I won't call it an unusual pattern, but it's a very slow moving pattern. It's what we call a blocking pattern, meaning that we're just not going to see a lot of movement in the atmosphere here as we head throughout the weekend. Of course, you can track all of those showers. It sends you push notifications right there on your phone when rain is heading your way. The Nick Hausen weather app is free for download on both the Apple and Google Play Store. Hope everyone has a great weekend.